Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get down in opening. A lot of times they close so to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Harris. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, San Diego State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. This is a designed run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely happy.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aztecs! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team, true to its name, as they make the grab and get the ball. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Got a man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll try the run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense got it. A few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They go to the ground. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Works the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Rice. Fit it in the window for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, the first meeting between Iowa and Iowa State happened back in 1894, but they've only awarded the actual Cy-Hawk trophy since 1977. Here's how today's game went down. Iowa steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Iowa City a ton of confidence. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And you want the interception on defense, but most of the time, coaches are preaching, knock the ball down, knock the ball down. It's not because they can't catch. Wink, wink, they really don't catch well. But the defender's main job has to be separating that ball from the wide receiver, and usually that requires knocking that thing down as the wide receiver's trying to catch it.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain.
There he goes. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Aztecs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Fires it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Got him downfield. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Looking to throw on first down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs.
Oh, he's got some space. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And with so that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they top it off with a 14-yard offense after the play. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
Holds and fires complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Aztecs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Under fire. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They boot it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Direct snap. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The kick is on its way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the left. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. And the Owls will hustle to the line. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it on the run. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Rice! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. The Aztecs line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Wants to throw on third down. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
He's got the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And the missed connection on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. just drives it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Nevada. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Aztecs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Wade. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Aztecs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Aztecs! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
I know this offense had some question marks coming into the year with respect to who would be catching touchdowns in the offense. I think they may have found their guy. This guy had a TD in their first game. He has another one here. Right now, he's been a matchup problem for opposing defenses.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Carr. At the 45 on its way. Off and running. Touchdown, San Diego State.
easy to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver. You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he is stopped immediately by the big defense. Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown Aztecs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turns it on in midfield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Rice rushes to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Turning it on. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Man, the defense had that one completely bottled up, and he eventually just had to live to find another play.
Yeah, I love the discipline on defense, too. Everybody where they're supposed to be. Everybody's staying in the gap, so they just kept funneling the ball to the outside. Inevitably, that guy had nowhere to go.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Marches ahead. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
This running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
They'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. On the move. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They want to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And the Aztecs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wade. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Heels to punt and try to pick up some yards. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things.
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Owls.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by 10 to Charlotte. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. He's got him. And he's still running after the move. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Little touch pass to the receiver. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Zings it complete to the right. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Working on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's complete. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. He'll take it himself. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal would tie it.
And after that 2-point try, we've got a 3-point game. And how about the pressure on the kicker now? You've got to come out with seconds to go, execute a perfect onside kick, and then in all likelihood, you're going to have to kick a bomb through the uprights with tons of pressure to force this thing to OT.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.